and start streaming. Why is the stream blank? There we go. We are live. That's great. So I can go through the recap real quick. And for the sake of people that are late or driving in, just imagine their characters following you, even if their tokens don't move. Last time, while with the quakes subsiding, you guys were faced with a really hard challenge of you needed to get to Stormspire right away because they needed your help, but you guys were days away from arriving. You guys considered the telescope and then walked away from it and explored the rest of the dungeon. That exploration allowed Nyssara to find a precious gemstone and also allowed Amraphel to find a secret room with a longsword lying within. But as you guys spoke a little bit more, and when I accidentally let slip that I wasn't expecting you guys to go back this way, you guys decided to go back to the telescope, where you guys found that the telescope opened skyward portals to different areas in the continent. And you found that the southmost point sent you to Stormspire. So you guys hopped into the portal right away because they needed your help. There you found the source of the issue, which were men in uniform lying dead around the entrance of the tower. Some residents were awake and shaken, while others were mysteriously asleep on the ground. Nyssara went ahead towards the location of the relic, and Zasha sprinted to the barn to see if the animals in Sera were hurt. Amraphel and Lythra took the time to wake up those that had fallen asleep, as well as healing those that were a little bit injured. Many of them had little to no knowledge of what was truly happening. They had kind of a mixed amount of information to give. And then Lythra was able to calm Azroth, who was really distressed, and protecting the two critically injured sisters. Amraphel ended up soothing Roland, who had gone feral after seeing his friend bleed, and gets him medicine that will calm him down. Meanwhile, Lucian rushes ahead, recognizing the uniforms of these men, and as he rushes ahead at his war room, he finds a group of these recruits rummaging through his stuff, one of which immediately recognizes him, and a battle begins. The rest of you guys catch up and participate in this battle, and towards the end, when the final man was left standing, that person struggled to grab a vial in his pocket, and despite the incredible efforts of everyone here, he was able to bite into the poison and collapsed. Also, I've realized that I have been sucking about keeping track of inspirations, and since you guys were all really great, not only last session, but, honestly, the whole couple sessions we've been going through, all of you get a point of inspiration.
Whee!
And I will activate Stormspire.
Ash, is the inspiration something that you've already done for us, or do we need to manually do that?
Y'all need to manually do that, but I can give it to Zasha and Nyssara, because they're not here, and then I'll just let them know.
Click on the little star, right?
Yeah, you just click on the little star next to your level. And just for those of you that might not know, with inspiration you'll get you can roll again. You can roll with advantage on any roll, basically. And you can choose. I think you can choose to do that after you roll. Correct? Yeah, I believe so.
Pretty sure.
Technically, your rules.
I feel like with a point of inspiration, it's kind of like a little divine intervention, so that's totally fine. Alright, you guys are all in the scene. So you guys stand at the scene of the battle, taking in the body before you, which still has foam falling from his mouth. What do you do?
So as soon as he hits the ground, Lucian just curb stomps his head in rage.
Jesus.
And then turns to the group and says, like, don't bother looting. There's probably more.
Okay, we head upward then.
Yeah, you guys can start moving ahead. I am going to move Nyssara ahead to where Kieran wanted their character to be. And then I'll just move Zasha to wherever you guys end up stopping.
I'm here now.
Oh, she can move herself.
I can move myself.
Right, you have to unpause the game.
Oh, my bad.
Game's paused.
I am a big dum-dum.
So
Oh,
she made it too quickly.
You're good.
Calling Snecko back.
And for, like, coordination purposes, can we assume that we are kind of just traveling in a pack here, even though I know
Yeah.
everyone's...
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kind of stopping so she can always clarify floor by floor.
Oh, of course. So
Right.
as you guys make it to the alchemist lab, and for some reason my camera is not working, as you guys make it to the alchemist lab, you realize it's seemingly untouched. But then when you get to the tavern, you see another pile of bodies. And I'll give everyone a second to move over. Where did y'all go? Oh, there you are. You guys are just...
You might need to take us out of combat.
Oh, are you guys still in combat?
Oh yeah, but just reloaded it in.
Oh,
To
sorry,
see the
in
turn
combat.
time is still up.
Yep. That's my bad. Alright. So you guys get to the tavern to see another pile of bodies. It seems that 2 of the guards in this room exchanged blows before falling asleep. 2 more of the guards are asleep at the table. And you do not see Celeste or Finn.
And to confirm, more of the same looking people from the other side, right?
More of the same looking people from the other side.
Alright.
Once
Going
I've
up.
assessed that there's no active danger in this room, I'm gonna keep going immediately.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta prioritize.
Same.
Alright. So the next room is the armory. In the armory, you see a similar sight. You only see 1 dead intruder, though, as well as the passed out residents. It seems that one of the guards managed to slay that man before succumbing to sleep, and the other guard, Tristan, is laying on top of Lysandra, but, like, back is laying on top of her, like he was defending her and then fell back. And she is asleep in her bed. Nyssara is tending to Lysandra and probably waking the 2 of those people up. Lucian, are you investigating each and every dead body as you
I'm
go?
basically scanning to see if they're important, or like I would think they look important or not.
This person, although they're wearing the same exact garb as the lower ranking officials, you notice that they do have a metal arm.
So in that case, I'm just stopping for a second, kind of stuck between looking at that body versus going forward. And just because this one's dead, I'm going to go forward for now.
All right.
So Ash, what I'd like to do here is wake up Bryce.
Oh, yes, of course.
And if I'm remembering from last time, did I have to use healing magic to wake somebody up?
You had to use healing magic on the 2 elves that were near death. But for these people, you just have to shake them awake, and they will awaken from whatever slumber they've been put into.
Okay, I'm going to shake Bryce awake. And once he's looking at me, and I assume we're both guards, that I have something of a of sway here. Just once I have his attention, I'm going to say, Bryce, this is an emergency. I need you to wake everybody on this floor and then go to the floor below and wake everybody up. Anyone, any guard in fighting shape, send them to the top. Everyone else, get them to safety. Go.
He salutes you and just starts going. Goes here first, probably, and then starts heading down.
Excellent. I'm going up.
Yay. Alright. I can move all y'all so you guys are within scene. So finally you guys do make it to the top of the Archmage's lab. There is blood all over the magic circle. And I need to change the music. There is blood all over the magic circle and smeared across the center of the room. Celeste lays right near the teledoc with the receiver, like unhooked from the teledoc. She seems asleep, but unharmed. Finn lies by the magic circle, prone with shrapnel wounds on his face. He's bleeding a little bit, but the pool of blood at the altar doesn't really seem to be originating from him. You do see drag marks from that magic circle to the statue, which looks destroyed. There doesn't seem to be any other signs of life on this floor.
Okay. I immediately just yell Finn's name, rush to his side, and just pull his body into my lap. And I'm gonna call over, Raph, do you have any of your little impacts? Help him. I'm dry.
Raph has definitely wandered over and is inspecting the blood, and he'll kind of absentmindedly be like, I'm out.
Okay.
Amraphel, where's your dad?
What a question.
While they're going on, Lucian's going to wander back down to that one guy.
Oh, okay.
Ash, when we leveled up, would I have gained the 5 lay on hands points that I wouldn't have had before, like when my cap went from 10 to 15?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, that's actually good then. I do have some juice.
And we will cut to Lucian in a moment. Sorry, I keep moving the screen around.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to let you know.
And the guards are still there on that floor, but I would assume that they have run downstairs already at this point. I just can't control things and control the screen at the same time. Alright, so Lythra, as you run to Finn, he does awaken from the slumber, but he immediately winces in pain and is just going, Sir, are you okay? Wait, Lythra? Where am I?
You're okay. You're okay, sweetie. I got you. And I'm gonna lay on hands for, can I tell how much HP he has remaining?
I would say, on a scale of 1 to 11, he's probably a 5.
Alright, let me give him 5 points of healing from lay on hands.
He does, in fact, start to feel better. The shrapnel wounds closes up, and he sits up with a start and goes, Where's Mr. Anansi? Where's Mr. Vival? I need to... Oh. And he just, stares at the blood, and, his whole face just turns sheet white.
Hey, take it easy, hon. We just got here. We're gonna take care of it, okay? You get yourself situated. We're gonna go on ahead pretty soon. I need to go see Celeste. We got you. You're safe now. And I'm gonna run over to Celeste and wake her up.
All right. Before
But if you want to go to
yeah,
Lucian.
before we do that, I do have Zasha and Amraphel in the room, and then I'll go to Lucian, and then we can do that.
Oh, actually, just real quick, if you'd like, for ease of being in the same scene, I could drag that body up the floor.
If you'd like to, you can drag the body up.
That seems in character for Lucian.
You're like, get over here, you fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'd like to, you can, if that's something you think that you would do.
Yeah, also, it's like bringing it to, like, the lab. Like, I did see the blood splatter. Like, he's just taking it, like, going to one area with everything.
Okay, I can move that character up then. Zasha, while Lythra was resuscitating Finn, what were you doing?
Zasha's gonna go over to the balcony and kind of look around and kind of surveil, like, the area below, if there's any additional movement. Anyone that we missed outside.
Roll me a perception check.
Sure thing.
Nice.
22.
With a 22, you notice as you make your way over to the balcony that from the blood smear in the center of the room, there are droplets of blood leading to the edge of the balcony. Very small in amount, but they are there. And you do see a good smear of blood on one of the railings of the balcony, but there's no movement outside of the tower. You probably see, like, Azroth dragging off some of the dead bodies that you guys saw earlier to be buried or something, but there's no movements of other beings.
Is there anyone directly below the balcony that, like, would have fallen off?
You do not see that, no.
Okay. Hey, Lucian, can these friends of yours, like, do they know how to fly or something?
No. I never called them friends.
Okay, well, your acquaintances that you are aware of, I don't know, someone was bleeding over here. Not sure if it's the same blood as Big Pile over there, but just wanted to make you aware.
Alright, and Amraphel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do some sleuthing.
Sleuthing, okay.
I want to see what the deal was with the circle, the blood, and the statue.
Alright, I guess roll me an investigation check for sleuthing.
Investigatigo.
Alright, with an 18, you notice that you know that the statue was a old black metal suit of armor that Anansi used to take care of consistently. And you see bits and pieces of this metal scattered around the room. The helmet of which is, like, off in one of the corners. And you can kind of see a little bit of, like, a shimmer on it as if it's been recently polished. The drag marks of the blood appear to be it seems like something clawed its way from the center of the magic circle outwards, stopping at the podium of the statue. And you see Finn also staring at the circle of blood going, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry." And he's kind of in a little bit of shock.
I will totally kneel down and take a little swipe of the blood and taste it.
The fuck? Okay.
Mm,
What,
Familiar? Anything?
have you bitten a Nancy before?
I feel like he's probably gotten blood as samples from him.
Zasha sees Amraphel lick the blood, and she has the best idea that she is going to lick the blood that's over by her and then compare it to the taste of the blood that Amraphel just licked.
Alright, so y'all are licking blood. Zasha, it tastes very metallic and very gross. Amraphel, I guess if you can tell the difference between blood of different people, yeah, it seems pretty familiar.
He's just like, shit.
And finally, before I move on to more steps from other people, Lucian, what are you doing with the body? Dragging
First,
it up?
I just dragged it up because of dragging it up. First thing I want to do is they're wearing like masks and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm taking that off.
Alright. It's ooh, let me do a little rolly roll to see what kind of what's its race or something. It is a half-elf male.
And I assume I recognize them.
Yes, you would. Would you say that you knew like everybody by name from the first group, or would you say like maybe you just recognize faces?
From this area, it's 50. Like some I would know, some I don't. That's kind of like can be even a toss of the dice type of deal.
I would say this one is probably one that would be like they probably wouldn't have recognized you, but maybe you had seen them across like a courtyard or something.
Yeah, there's not really any emotional reaction then.
No, this isn't somebody that kicked your ass or something. But maybe you saw them training with another group.
So the next thing I'm gonna do is start looking everywhere to see if there's any like written orders or anything on the body.
Ooh. You do find something. Where is it? First of all, you find a pistol on this man. And you also find I can't English today. You find a map of the Sword Coast Confederacy with Waterdeep circled, and there is an address written in red on the map. The address isn't really familiar to you, but you assume it has something to do with Waterdeep.
Okay. I, still dragging the body, walk over to Amraphel.
Okay.
Hand him the map first.
Okay.
Just kind of silently just hand him the map.
I'll definitely take it without looking, and then just like glance down at it.
All right. You see the same exact thing. You see Waterdeep circled on this map, and you see a address of some sort. You probably wouldn't know where exactly this is in Waterdeep, but maybe you'd recognize the street name or something.
Is there a street name?
There's an address written.
Do I recognize it?
Not the exact address, but maybe I'm just saying like maybe you'd recognize it as like an address that's in Waterdeep or something.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a street that has particular importance. It's just, oh, I know where this neighborhood is.
Yeah. Zasha, are you going over to taste the other blood?
Yeah.
Okay. It is equally as metallic and yucky. And with that, you probably assume it's the same blood.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I start looking over the shoulder of Amraphel to look at the map.
Alright. And
Assuming I don't recognize the address either.
you probably wouldn't know. And Lythra, you are waking up Celeste?
I sure am.
Alright.
Yes.
You shake her awake, and she sits up with a start and goes, "Oh, thank God you're here! Oh, it worked! How did that work?" And she just stares at the phone, and she goes, "Did you come out of that? How did... Huh? Oh."
I just laugh for a moment, and then I just pull her in close and hold her for a good second. Like, God, I'm so fucking worried. Okay. Business. We will catch up later. Please tell me as much as you know. I'm sorry. This must be a lot right now, but we need information. Can you tell me?
She is smiling, like, very excitedly that you're here. And it looks like she's about to just, talk about how much she misses you. Oh my God, like, I can't believe that you're here. And then she pauses, and then bug-eyed, like, turns her head towards the magic circle and goes, Where's... Is he in the infirmary right now? Where's Mr. Vivaldi?
I was hoping you could tell me. I assume that you went out before that happened.
Well, I went out directly after that happened. And then Finn just quietly from where he's sitting just goes, "He got shot."
By one of these men?
He looks down and shakes his head and goes, "No, like, some other dude. We came up while they were mid-conversation. Anansi didn't look happy, and the dude had a rifle in his hand, and kept telling Anansi to come with him, and so I freaked out and decided to... I moved too quickly, and I think I freaked out the guy, and he shot him, and that's all I remember. It's all my fault. God.
No. And I'm gonna walk over to him and just take his head, his face gently in my hands and say, "None of this is your fault, and we're going to fix it. But I need you to not tell yourself that story. You acted as a good soldier would, and I'm proud of you. We need to fix this now. Can you give me the best description you can of this man, Finn?"
Roll me a persuasion check to, calm him down.
Yeah.
Alright. With a 19, your words definitely hit him. And he seems to stop for a second to take a breath. And as he's about to speak, you guys hear a clanging noise in this direction.
Lucian, go.
Boop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Lucian, you see the headpiece for the suit of armor that was on the statue platform.
Alright, guess I'm picking it up.
So you pick it up, and you notice that there is a floating blue sphere within the cavity of this head. And as you pick it up to inspect it, it begins to tremble in your hands, and it rolls off. And the rest of you notice that other bits and pieces of this metal are rolling together towards the statue's location once more. And bits of blue light and smoke seem to fit the pieces of the puzzle of this armor back together. And you hear a voice that seems pretty familiar that goes, "Oh good, you're finally here. That was swift." And an animated armor stands before you, shimmering blue smoke connecting all of the pieces of this armor together. "I seem to have run into a bit of an issue. You see, our rude guests kind of took my body."
Nazi?
Zasha just starts like skipping around him, kind of looking up and down, excitedly.
He gives a little bit of a chuckle and goes, yes, part of me, at least. It's a bit of a long story. Just before I begin, is everyone else okay?
I'll turn around and stand up. Everyone's fine. They're all asleep. I'm wondering how.
Oh, that's very easy to explain. It's that part was my doing. You see, once I got hurt, I realized that I needed to do some things quickly to save myself as well as the others. That man, he shot me and then sent some of his other men downstairs, and I didn't want anyone to get hurt, so I cast let's say a spell that was a bit of a slumbering sanctuary of sorts. It wouldn't hurt anyone, but it would allow people to not get hurt once they had fallen asleep. Although I guess the elf girls would probably not do well with that. Anyways, yeah. So I cast that, and then I was losing a great deal of blood, so I may have transferred my soul into this suit of armor. I was planning on concocting something to fix my body, but that man decided to stop talking to little old me, and he kind of bashed this rust bucket to pieces and went away with my body. It's quite embarrassing. I apologize you have to see me like this.
Do you know who that was?
Some pretentious man. He kept calling himself just the General, and nothing more. Seemed a bit odd to me.
Well, I'd ask if you know where they've taken your body, but I think I know the answer. Which is no clue.
Actually, I had a great idea on where to find my body. If you'll hear it, of course.
Is it Waterdeep?
How did you know that? Yes, it is Waterdeep, yes. the council's meeting this month is in Waterdeep, and a colleague of mine, Marilla, you remember Marilla, right? She's a master of divination, and I think she can help us track down my body. It's being hosted this month, and how did you know it was Waterdeep?
I'll hand him the paper. The map.
He goes to pick it up, or grab it from you, and his armor hand kind of crumples it a little bit in his hand. He goes, "Oh, my bad, I'm not used to this yet." And he gives it a look and goes, "Huh, that is Waterdeep, but that's not the address of the council's building."
No, it was on one of these. It's probably a gathering point or something.
All right. Yes. Seems like that's a good way to... Yes. And he's just kind of thinking to himself. All right, so perhaps my body is at this location, and if for some reason it's not at this location, we can speak to Marilla, and it will take not too much time. I hate
Does that mean you're coming with us?
So I have a bit of a dilemma, and I'd love to come with you guys, but if people find out that I am not me anymore, this tower might be in danger.
I doubt that body can perform your usual magic.
I have tried, trust me, I have tried. And actually, I think I've learned quite a bit from the brief experience I've had in this body. When I've tried to cast magic, I felt physically hurt, even with a simple healing spell, which is quite unusual given the lack of the physical form. And I hypothesize that my magical power is now drawing from my soul instead of my components, which may or may not be a finite amount. I haven't done as much research into that just yet.
So you're useless right now?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I can still cast my spells. I just need to save it for when the times are most dire. At least until we get my body back.
But you don't know what the finite amount is, so you could just die at any moment if you keep casting spells.
This is quite a morbid way to look at it.
Yeah, just a way to look at it. And she kind of skips away.
He just kind of stares at you.
So,
Yeah.
say, earlier on when he had mentioned the name of the general, Lucian definitely had started having an eye twitch and his hand was shaking. And he was finally gathering himself. What did he want from you?
Anansi places his armored hand on your shoulder, almost in kind of an understanding gesture, and goes, he was trying to, so they demanded that I just give them my corlicores and just start working for them. Of course, I refused, and then that man had the gall to threaten all of you. And then I was shot Little Finn there tried to intervene, but I didn't want him hurt, so I made sure he did not get in front of me. So yes, he wanted me and the quakes, which is quite interesting. Because I don't really manufacture those anymore. Those are usually manufactured in the factories. But I guess they wanted to come to the source. I don't know why anyone would want anything to do with an old man like me. But I guess they did.
Ashley, would I know what he's talking about for, like, what they're asking for?
No. This would be a new piece of information. You did know that they wanted to recruit magic users, but you didn't hear anything about them wanting the quakes.
What does that do?
Those are the...
Oh, I was asking, like, Lucian's asking this.
Oh, like what the... He's asking in person what the quakes would do?
In person, like, what are those?
What are those?
Anansi kind of pauses for a second and goes, "Are you... Oh, you're serious. Oh.
As he says that, I'm just gonna kind of give him another look, like, you think I've gotten much of an education?
Yes, I'm sorry. I forget myself sometimes. So the quakes are something that I invented quite a couple hundred years ago. And it's what has advanced the technology of this time so much. It helps with advanced processing, as well as advanced tools, like your arm there. It's most likely powered by a quakes somewhere within its mechanisms. I have not built that specifically, I only built the cores, but they hold soul magic, typically of small animals or bugs and such.
What are you doing with animals and bugs?
Sorry, hold on, I got paused for a second. He, looks to Zasha and goes, well, of course, the quakes have to be run on soul energy, so the first prototypes were built with animal testing. It's not my preferred method, but it was a method to advance my research. Nowadays, I simply experiment on the animals while preserving their life, in case you are worried. I cannot speak for the factories, though. Unfortunately, after a couple hundred years, the patent kinda wears out. So they're everywhere now.
Oh, okay.
So-
Amraphel kind of has his like hands on his chin in like a thanking pose. He's like, so without the body, magical powers derived straight from the soul in lieu of a catalyst. And then he'll glance up and say, course, with this group, that bodes ill. They're most likely looking to develop something illegal.
Astute observation, my boy. Astute observation.
A glance at Lucian, it's intentionally an understatement.
If you don't mind my asking for your assistance once more, I would be most appreciative if you traveled to Waterdeep in search of this address here, potentially for my body. Ah, that's a moth. Oh god, that's a moth. Sorry, there's a moth on my screen.
Man, that suit of armor does not like moth.
No, not the moth!
Be nice to Mothra.
I'm best friends with Mothra, didn't you know? So, either finding my body at this location here, or it would probably do well for you to also go to the council. Amraphel, I apologize. I know it's not your favorite place.
Oh, the council. We ran into Archmage, I forget his name.
Amon.
We encountered Archmage Amon farming Vivianite at the Dragonspear Castle.
In the flesh?
No,
Oh, okay. Good.
I don't think I'd be here.
Well, I don't know. I feel like he's gone soft over the years. Anyways, oh, yes, did you get my Vivianite, by the way? Sorry to change track. I guess I can't really do much research in this body right now, but, be good for later.
I'll pop over here and start unloading the Vivianite onto the counter.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so. And you said he was just farming it, mining it?
He had undead servants harvesting from corpses.
Sounds like him, yes.
Actually seemed very efficient.
Oh, yes. Not really my thing, though, but, yeah. He did have a knack for efficiency.
There was a teleportation circle that dropped us right outside this tower.
Did he now? Lovely. That's great. Ugh. And he kind of like puts his little armored hand on his armored face and just is like kind of rubbing at his temples. All right. Does anybody else know about this? Did you inform anyone other than this collective group?
We came straight here.
Best that when you go to the council, you speak nothing of this.
You or Amon?
You all. I will talk to Amon in my spare time while you guys travel.
Alright.
Kieran!
I'm on my phone. I'm working on getting on a computer right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello.
It's okay.
No problem. Would you like me to give you a quick recap of where we are?
Sure.
So the group proceeded up to the top of the tower, to the Archmage's study. Lucian found one of the members of this group that is not like the other, and searched them and found a map with an address for Waterdeep on it. Anansi got shot and transferred his soul into a suit of armor to try and preserve his life.
Oh shit.
But the person who only named himself as a general grabbed his body while he was like mid-transfer and got the fuck out with the body.
Yikes.
And when they were asking what the fuck they wanted with them, Anansi explained that... I'm sorry, I'm trying to hit a fucking moth. Anansi explained that he wanted the Corlicors, as well as they wanted Anansi working for them. and things got a little violent because of that.
Woo!
That-
Violence.
that's kind of where you are right now. Anansi is asking you guys to go to Waterdeep. His original idea was to go to Waterdeep and go to the council meeting that is happening there this month. It's a council of the world's archmages, and one of his colleagues, who is a divination archmage, could help locate the body. But you guys also found an address of an unrelated place somewhere in Waterdeep that might also give clues to where the body is, or might just have the body.
Okay, fair enough.
And I had it written in that you basically went straight for the relic. The relic is safe. There was a guy there that was fighting, but was slain. And Lysandra is unharmed.
Alright, cool. You're gonna have to give me a few minutes to get fully settled, but I will be listening.
Yeah, of course. And if you need me to do any rolls on your behalf, we can also do that.
Okay.
Alright. So, what are the rest of you doing? I know Amraphel is having like a in-depth conversation with Anansi right now. Are you guys listening in? Are you guys going around?
Lucian was going to walk over to the corpse and grab the robotic, the shoulder of the robotic arm in a specific way, and then just pop it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk over to the two of them and just kind of toss it at their feet, saying, if it uses whatever the hell those things are, maybe you'll find some use out of it.
No, I can definitely investigate this while we try to find my body. I might be able to provide some answers as to what exactly they want to do with it.
And then as I walk away, I just look at Anansi and say, I assure you, I will be taking care of them. And leave.
I am moving all the guards that are able-bodied up to the top floor. Don't mind me as I overcrowd the stairway. Yeah. The two elf girls are gonna stay where they are because they are critical in health. But the rest of them do come upstairs. They are all awake. They have their swords drawn. They're ready for battle. And they come in and pause as no one else is in battle. And Bryce looks to you, Lythra, and goes, I've gathered everyone that's able to fight. What's...
You did good. Stand down. For better or worse, the threat has left. We are currently debriefing. And I wanted... I paused for a second. I kind of glance at the Full Metal fucking Arcanist over there, and
Hell yeah!
Can they stay?
You notice that Anansi is standing as still as a suit of armor would stand still.
Yeah, y'all can spread out. A lot of work to do. Start assess the damage, make sure every body is found, and if there's anyone in danger, get them to the infirmary stat. Once that's been sorted out, then we can begin rebuilding.
Alright, they all salute, and Amnesty, the captain, goes, Alright, you guys all heard them? Let's go! You! And starts giving out orders as they all run downstairs. And Finn looks to you as he gets up, and goes, I should go too.
I give him a little shake on the arm to glad you're okay, bud. Yeah.
He nods and looks back at the suit of armor with kind of a sad face and runs downstairs. Celeste is standing in the corner trying to be as quiet as possible. Definitely.
Alrighty then. So who wants to go to Waterdeep?
Oh yeah, we're going.
Alright. I would ask that maybe you give a couple days to just stick around just in case they come back, but otherwise I suggest you move post-haste.
Oh yeah, we'll be mopping up here before going anywhere.
Alright. So, you guys have a new mission, which is to go to Waterdeep. Before we get into mission details, do any of you end up approaching any of the other residents to kind of, not interrogate, but basically interrogate what the fuck else happened here? It's okay if you don't. If you have the full picture, that's totally fine.
I'm feeling pretty good about my idea of events.
Yeah, I don't feel like too much else is needed right now.
Alright.
Where did Lucian go?
Lucian?
He was going to storm off, and then all the guards came up, so he stopped.
Oh, so are you still up top?
Yeah. Well, no, it's good. I'm kind of like that he got cut off.
I'll just pause by him and be like, what is that group?
He's gonna give a long pause, like just kind of contemplating what he wants to say. To put
Zasha
it,
kind of gets in close and she's like, "Ooh, is this gonna be a trauma dump?"
Celeste slowly inches her way downstairs and goes, "Have fun with your trauma dump," and leaves.
to the trauma dump comment, Lucian just kind of with an unamused look and goes, "Yes." And don't worry about actually doing this in game, Ashley, but Lucian's gonna start taking his armor off, but also summon his echo.
Okay.
In front of the group. It's just for a visual thing.
Okay.
So Lucian's starting taking off his armor and is talking now. My family was very, very into magic. They would have loved this tower. I did not like magic. I was not good at magic. And my family didn't like that about me. And as a result, they didn't like me. One day, I saw them talking to some guy, and all of a sudden, I went with him. I had to go with him. It turned out they sold me to the general.
That general.
Yeah. And sorry, what year is it?
Oh my god, that's huge. Currently, hold on, where's my...
Like, I'm asking, like, the group. Like, what year is it?
I sure wish I knew.
You guys
do
would know that
further
it's
question.
1762.
Oh, you're right. I probably would know that, actually. I'm supposed to know a bunch of facts and shit. Currently 1762.
Alright, so we kind of he's on the ground quickly writing a number down, like 1762 down. He writes two other numbers down, and takes a little too long to do some basic subtraction.
Amraphel
And goes, that would have been 12 years ago. I was 6 at the time. This group's plan, frankly, is total domination. This guy as you can tell, is on an absurd power trip such that he will not tell anyone his name. He's just the general. He gathers people from everywhere he can and tries to make them an army. And as you finally the echo manifests, you see that it does look exactly like Lucian does now, except instead of being in the armor he is in tattered rags. That was not your standard army. You were a prisoner. Every day you were spent either doing manual labor, being tortured, or fighting. And as Lucian finally gets his armor off, he takes his shirt off underneath, and his torso is more scarred than not. And his back has an extremely concentrated scarring from whips. Even at a young age, they made sure you were facing pain, because pain was weakness, and weakness was not tolerated in this army. I spent 12 years... Okay, Kieran's just leaving.
Brutal.
I spent the last 12 years of my life doing nothing but burying bodies, heavy lifting, fighting, and enduring whatever bullshit they wanted to throw at me, including, as he points to the arm, which you can see now, the connection part of the robotic arm is very crudely soldered, basically soldered and cauterized on, including this. This is your present for being an exceptional warrior. They tied me to a table and sawed my arm off, and then threw this fucking thing on. Then one night, I'm in my cell, and I knew that this was going to be my last day of free will, and I lift up the corpse with the metal arm, and I point to the back of the neck, because they were going to put this in me. This saps whatever free will you had left, and there's some little bits of metal coming down the back of that corpse's neck. This was his failsafe to ensure that no one would betray him once they got high enough in his rankings. And then one day, I saw another me standing outside of my cell. And before I knew what happened, we switched places and I was outside the cell. So, I made a break for it. Stole some armor, stole some swords, and just before they could catch me, may have caused a slight explosion, and got the fuck out of that hell. And now it looks like they're increasing their plans and broadening their scope. They need to be stopped.
I'm tempted to call world domination unoriginal. However,
He calls himself the General. He's not that creative.
I'll glance over to Nancy and be like, however, he's a little too strong to be taken lightly.
Anansi nods.
They have to be quite bold to attempt to abduct a member of the council. Alright. I'll fully turn to Anansi. We can look into this, but we're nowhere near strong enough to contest them.
Anansi nods and goes, understandable. I 100% agree. Based off of the power of that man, I would say you guys have quite some growing to do. However, if we find my body, and I'm able to reconnect with it, you guys might not have to fight that man. I underestimated him, and that was my folly.
There are going to be several more and I'm picking up the corpse of these ones. These are his best fighters. There were, I want to say there were nearly a dozen of us at the time, alongside 4 lieutenants as they were ranked, and their names don't fucking matter right now. Sorry, my computer went to sleep mode.
I'll snag a knife off of the work table, and I'll start trying to extract the metal thing on the back of the dude's neck.
Roll me a medicine check.
Medicine. Ooh, great. I'm really good at medicine. Can I guidance myself?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you can't, I will.
Alright, with an 18, you do manage to pry this thing out of, or carve this thing out of the body. A bit of flesh is still kind of attached to it, but you think maybe you can just precisely chisel that off at the table. But it seems to be a series of different wires, tubing, and some sort of chip.
Interesting. I'll like flick it back and forth, examining it. And I'll look down at the little fleshy piece. That's annoying. And I'll just like try to pull it off with my teeth.
Jesus. Yeah, that works.
And then as he succeeds, he'll like just freeze and like kind of glance over at everybody else and spit it out.
You've been people in front of us.
Yes, but it feels, you know.
Unrefined?
It's like being naked.
Oh, that's weird too.
I'll
I guess I'm desensitized to that.
I'll examine the thing, the shit. And then I'll probably be doing that for a while.
Alright. Do any of you
Okie dokie then.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna ask, do any of you guys do anything else in this exact moment?
Zasha's just gonna kind of be excited. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna go have another field trip. Alrighty." And she jumps down to start going down the stairs. She's gonna go hang out in the stables again.
Alright. We can get into preparations for leaving if you guys would like.
Do we take a long rest?
Oh yes, you guys can take a long rest. I would say you guys have this conversation, ask the questions that you need to ask, and then Anansi dismisses you all, noting like, you guys look very exhausted. Why don't you take a break before we continue? And you guys all take a long rest.
I guess just before we do that, I'd also hand Amraphel the pistol I pulled off the corpse and just say, "You know how to use these better than me."
I'll look down at it and go, "Ooh, my favorite."
Alright, just put a pistol in your inventory. I will make a actual item for you offline. I just wasn't able to do it right now.
Pistolero.
Alright. So, as you guys are preparing for your next journey towards Waterdeep, You were all approached by a couple of the residents in the tower. Is Kieran here still? I'm gonna take the silence as a no, or that he's muted. But the first...
I'm here. I am here. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. The first person that gets approached, I rolled for this ahead of time, Lucian. While you're preparing to depart, probably, you know, making plans in the war room of, like, the most optimal route to get to Waterdeep, you're approached by one of the guards, Godvia. And I can, like, pull her to this screen so you guys can, like, see who's talking. This girl. She approaches you and kind of hesitantly goes, "Hey, I heard you guys are going to Waterdeep. I was wondering if you guys could do me a quick favor. I'm a little worried."
And she just kind of silently turns his head to look at her.
As you silently turn your head to look at her, she gets a little bit, you know, jumpy. So you see, if you guys go a little bit north before you go to Waterdeep, my hometown, is Secomber. My parents haven't responded to my letters in over a month, and I know it's not that long, but I normally hear from them once every, like, week or two. So would you mind checking in with them if you get the chance? Their names are Sean and Harley Baker, and they run the textile factory in the town.
Where's Godvia? Of course we will.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please just send word as soon as you hear from them, please. Thank you. And she goes about her day. I don't think, Kieran, you're not on Foundry, right?
No, not yet.
All right.
Sound.
You are approached by Lysandra, and she says, "I've caught wind of movement in the Ardeep forest of our old cult, Nyssara. I fear they're getting too close to the relic's location. Please find them and eliminate the threat before they find out where we are."
Yo, what the fuck?
You know, the stereotypes about Yuan-Ti are entirely wrong.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounds like you're across the room, my guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
That's why I asked how I sound.
Oh, you sounded fine up until that one statement.
Okay. But, yeah, I was trying to say, not all the stereotypes about Yuan-Ti are entirely unfounded.
Oh, you said it, not me. Fair enough.
They're just... We stole a relic, and they needed to unleash a imprisoned elder serpent, you know.
True,
The
true.
world. That kind of kick hurts.
I can hear fucking shit.
Yeah. Sorry, Kieran.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't be sorry. Technical difficulties are all of our worst nightmares.
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot my laptop and headphones.
Oh, it's
So I'm
fine.
using different laptop and headphones.
But yeah, she asks you to head to the Ardeep Forest, which is a little bit outside of Waterdeep itself, and asks you to find a couple members of the cult and get rid of them.
Okay. Oh, am I better now again?
Yeah.
Okay. I have Discord in the fucking browser instead of an app. Okay. Whoops.
And then finally, the third person that is approached is Lythra. You are approached by Celeste. And this is probably in the tavern. You're probably working a shift in between.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get ready to leave. And she comes up to you, kind of excited. She has her little book of recipes, and she goes, okay, listen. I've done a little bit of research since the attack, and I've heard that there is an elven brewery in Waterdeep that specializes in magical concoctions. There's this drink, Lilywell, that emulates an effect similar to an elf's natural immunity to sleep. I'd like to get a sample of this so that I may brew some of that here in case we're hit again.
Oh, honey, you know I got you. That sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, yes, thank you. I knew you'd like it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, come on. You know me.
All right. What do you guys do otherwise to prepare? 3 people have reached out to you for little side quests that are on the way to Waterdeep. But before we head out, do you guys do anything to prepare yourselves for the journey ahead?
I would
Could you
definitely.
Oh, go ahead, Nick.
I would definitely approach Nyssara about divvying up the money they found in that one chest, the junk chest.
Oh,
the big
yeah.
pile of money.
Of course. Yeah. I'll divvy that up properly.
Alright, I might just... Hold on. We're going...
That can be like bookkeeping.
Yeah, I will make a note to myself. Keeping note. Distribute funds from Nyssara. Alright. That will be distributed. And yes, I can, in fact, remind you of the preparations you guys can do for journeys. Thank you for asking. So the stables, if you allow mounts to rest within the stables, their movement speed increases by 10 feet for 24 hours after that. Which means your first day of travel would be sped up to fast pace, even if you're moving at like an effort that would be normal pace. And I would say, like, at this point, like, maybe the raccoons arrived on horseback of the horses you guys left behind. And
they would do that.
They are stabled. So if you guys wanted to take the horses or like a horse and cart, you are able to do that, and the first day of travel will be significantly easier. The war room, if you plan your journeys in the war room, the travel time will be reduced by 25% for the entire journey. And let's see. The armory isn't about traveling, although the tavern got activated of dispensing quests and rumors every 7 days. So it's 3 quests that some of the residents of Stormspire have reached out to you about. And the siege workshop doesn't really have anything. Yeah, so it's the war room and the stables.
think it makes sense to do both.
Yeah. If you guys take time to do that, I would say that it contributes to your speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zasha will make sure that the horses are all set.
Alright. Does anyone else do any other preparations or investigations of items or other things?
If Lythra mentions the bar crawl side mission,
Yeah,
I
definitely would.
I would snag one of the flasks out of the alchemist lab and pass it to her with just it's got a little layer of runes around the neck, and be like, whatever you put in here will come out the same condition as when you poured it in.
Oh my god, you are the best. Oh. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you.
I mean,
Slices
yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I make these for Nancy, so, you know. Yeah.
I mean, you probably did it for me too, didn't you? I give him a wink. I'm gonna just kind of prance away. Very happy.
I was kind of stiffen up a bit, like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Alright, yeah, that's about all I got for prep, though.
Did we get any items that we didn't have time to examine?
I would have, thank you for reminding me, I would have identified the long sword we found.
Oh god, yeah, that's fucking right.
Oh,
Once I
yeah.
actually finishes typing.
Thank you
I
for... It's in your inventory, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, I have it.
So that longsword, you can identify that now, is the moon-touched longsword. So in darkness, this unsheathed blade of this sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet.
So, the day after I identify that, because I'd probably do it at like night or something,
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I walk past Lucian in the hall, pause, open up my bag, pull it out, and toss it to him.
Sheathed, hopefully?
Yeah.
You can throw it the other way and catch it with a.
You can earn it.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta catch it, motherfucker. No,
Catch the blade with the metal hand. It's fine.
That would work, yeah. It does come in a sheath, so. And I'll just point and say, you'll want that. And then stroll away.
Nice.
Just
Oh, man,
confused.
Santa Claus.
Just to confuse. Thanks. As he just throws a sword at me and walks away.
I can move that longsword into your inventory.
I got a bag full of fucking goodies, baby.
Well, that's gonna be equipped now.
Yes, and it does not require attunement, so you just shed light whenever that's unsheathed, which might not be in your favor depending on the situation. But that's for you to decide when to unsheath it.
Well, for me, it's probably always going to be useful, considering that means I can see where I'm attacking, finally.
Yes, for you, that will be fantastic. Alright, so we are traveling mounted, I assume?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, with the reduced speed, it'll only take about a day and a half to... Yeah, it'll only take a day and a half to get to Secomber if you're going directly there. So, can I, like, put a pin down? I guess I'll just draw for right now. So, your locations that you need to go to are Secomber, the Ardeep Forest, and then Waterdeep is the main mission, as well as Celeste's mission. So you guys can go in a line through them all, or if you wanted to like rush to the main mission and do side missions later, like you guys can do that too. Which direction would you like to go first?
First. That's my RPG brain. Side missions first.
Yeah, Nancy's body's not going to be any more dead than it already is, so I vote side missions.
It's probably not dead.
Sorry, soulless.
He does strange things. It's likely in stasis.
Alright. So for the first day of travel, I'd like you guys to... I guess, what is everybody doing during the first day of travel? Is anybody keeping watch, or... Yep.
Can I ask real quick, what's the name of the Archmage? The divination one?
The divination one is... Hold on, I have that written down up here. Merilla. Merilla.
There's a Marilla in the woods.
Marilla Gorilla, I think her full name is.
Mm-hmm, yep. Canon. Alright. Man, I will probably not be watching out while traveling. Seeing as Amraphel does not like looking at things that are bright.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Zasha's happy to take watch.
Wonderful. Alright, so Zasha, as we're traveling, why don't you roll me a perception check?
Can do. Eight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I see the trees.
It's sunny out. You know, maybe the glare from the sun is, like, affecting your vision a little bit. But there's nothing out of the ordinary that you note of.
Well, that's good.
Can I also roll one?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you also don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Nice. Anybody else want to jump in after the failures?
I was going to say, Lucian's going to be extremely distracted after everything that's happened, so if I made one, I would say it would be a disadvantage.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I mean, I can help out, or am I still asleep? I'm not sure exactly where we are in the rest, or if we're doing it by segments.
We are not resting, we're just traveling.
Yeah, I think we're on the road.
It's daytime.
I'm looking with my specialized.
Alright.
They're not
Nice.
Y'all got the most
Actually, I beat those other
specialized.
motherfuckers. I see like one bird that they didn't.
Yeah, you see a little turtle dove just flying around. It's pretty cute.
Should I do
One of the
disadvantage
raccoons
one?
try to catch it.
If you get the highest roll, I'll be a little sad.
Yeah. Just do that just to see. I would have.
Alright. Lucian, yeah, you're probably sitting on your mount just deep in thought about what the hell you're gonna do when you find those motherfuckers. And yeah, so the day turns to night. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have this be the music for right now. Are we doing the same long rest schedule that we typically do? Where it's Zasha and Amraphel, Lythra and Amraphel, and then Nyssara by herself.
Yeah.
Alright, so first up is Zasha and Amraphel. Your companions go to sleep. Please roll me perception checks. Or help each other out and roll a single perception check at advantage.
I'll help Zasha.
Well, can we do guidance? Because we both have guidance.
Yeah. Help and guidance stacks.
Cool.
Let's get them big fucking numbers.
Let me...
Big old numbers.
Get them big numbers.
Guidance, perception, roll, 17. And that was with, at advantage. Yeah, 17.
Second one doesn't have a 1d4 on it, I don't think.
Oh. So, let me...
Neither of them do.
Oh, shit. Oh, 1.
Okay. So an 18 and an 18.
Wow.
Love that.
So an 18.
Alright. So with an 18... Hold on, I'm just getting something together. Come on, save. Alright. With an 18, you guys notice a figure walking up to the campsite. And before you're able to really make out the features, you hear, hello? Hello? I'm kind of lost. As a very small goblin walks up to the campsite wearing a raggedy top hat and has a sheathed scimitar on his side.
Hello. How are you today, other than being lost?
Oh, I can't really complain. But, I kind of got mixed up. Am I going the right way?
Which way are you trying to go?
Waterdeep. I'm trying to go to Waterdeep. Sorry. Introductions are what most people do. My name is Bob. Boblano Pepper. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's so very nice to meet you. My name is Zasha Fayvale of the... just Zasha Fayvale.
Nice to meet you, Zasha Fayvale. Oh, and this is Tina. And he lifts up his top hat, and there's like a little green frog on his head. And then he puts the top hat back down.
And Zasha's eyes go like super wide. She's super excited now, and she starts talking to Tina. And she's like, I hope you're having a lovely experience, Tina. I love your home.
Thank you. You hear quietly from the hat.
Tina's such a sweetheart, Bob. Yeah, so if you're looking to go to Waterdeep, and we're going in the direction of Waterdeep, did Bob come from the direction we came from, or are they going the wrong direction?
He came from the High Moor. So came, kind of perpendicular to, like, the direction you guys are headed.
Okay. Well, we are actually in the process of making our way to Waterdeep. and it's in this direction. And I point towards Waterdeep.
All right.
Oh, that is very kind of you. I don't really have anything to give you, but if I see you again, I owe you, okay?
Oh, that sounds lovely, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you and Tina have a safe travel and safe journey ahead of you.
Thank you very much.
Miss DM lady,
Yes.
while they were talking, I'd definitely be like eyeing up Bob Lano. Anything weird going on?
Roll me an insight check.
Insights, my specialty. Fucking character sheet. Fucking insight.
Guidance.
We don't need a guidance specifically because it's a verbal and somatic spell, and this dude's standing right in front of us.
Mm.
Yeah, with a 4, he looks like he's genuinely asking for help. He
What a
looks
nice guy.
he looks like a little lost goblin.
A little lost goblin.
Definitely doesn't have any other motives.
Zasha is also going to do an insight check because she is kind of
We do like
sketched out.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 7, he seems like a very lost fellow that just needs to find his way to Waterdeep. No other things happening there.
There we go. Yeah, we love that.
Take a pass at that too.
You're
I'm trying to
asleep,
decide this guy.
motherfucker.
Oh shit, it's nighttime, isn't it? Damn
It's
it.
nighttime.
Nighttime.
I guess
Well-
when this figure does approach, would any of you guys actually wake up anybody?
Probably not. We're on watch.
Yeah.
No, yeah, people need their sleep.
Alright, so if you guys do not interrupt him, this little guy starts waddling back into the darkness of the forest. In the direction that you pointed.
I am going to kind of go into my like rucksack or something, and I'm sure of the components and goodies that my friends have brought me throughout the time. I probably have some seeds somewhere. If I can call out for a bird to come to me and see if I can get them to trail Bob Lano.
A random
To make sure
bird?
yeah, just a bird that I'm gonna give some seeds and such for doing a good job to make sure that Bob makes it to their destination safely and nothing else sketchy happens, and they could report back to me.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check.
Okay.
With advantage because you can talk to them and you have food.
Sounds good.
My god. Alright, with a 24, the bird, what kind of bird would you like it to be?
Probably a sparrow. Something that kind of melds into the foliage. Not as easily noticeable, but also not so big that it would be enticing to someone who got hungry.
Alright. The sparrow takes the seeds, says,
That's yummy.
and agrees to go tail Boblano. He asks how long you want him to follow this guy until he comes back.
How far are we from Waterdeep?
A good bits of journey. The little guy is walking on his own legs, so he's moving
I'll say-
about a hex a day.
Okay, I'll say that I'll instruct the bird to come to me after a day,
Okay.
or at the next time Bob Lano takes a rest.
All right.
Whichever comes first.
So the bird flies off towards where Bablana was. And after that, your watch goes by without any other events. Now it is Lythra and Amraphel's turn. I say it right so many times, and then I look at your name and go, Lythra?
You are getting it consistently. No demerits here.
I would definitely mention that there was a weird goblin.
Do you mention the frog?
No, I forgot about the frog.
No! Oh, I want to know about the frog.
Zasha's getting ready for bed, and she does mention the frog in passing. Because she really thinks Tina was adorable.
Amraphel definitely forgot the frog, because Nick forgot the frog.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Amraphel then and be like, wait, who's Tina?
I don't know.
Was it Did that little fucker have a little frog with him?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm gonna punch him in the arm and be like, you didn't wake me up for the tiny frog? You don't even remember? God damn it.
Oh man. I was too sketched out by the goblin.
Okay, well, was he a little weirdo? Like, was he like one of the pervy ones, or I don't know? Give me a vibe check.
I mean, I don't know. Seemed fine.
I hope he doesn't. I hope if there's nothing untoward with that frog, I guess.
Jesus.
He seemed fine, but I don't really get how people work.
Yeah.
That's not really my thing.
That's fair.
All right,
It's
you
complicated.
guys roll me perception checks for the night. Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
I'm distracted by thoughts of the frog.
You're thinking about the frog way too much, my dude.
Think about those frogs.
Amraphel, however, does not care about the frog.
I've forgotten about the frog again.
This is well represented. Yep. The dice tell a story.
Amraphel, you see nothing out of the ordinary. And the rest of
Cool.
the night goes by uneventfully.
Cool.
Nyssara, you are up for your watch. Please roll me a perception check.
Please be better. Oh. Discord hates me. I mean, everything hates me today.
You also do not notice anything. And the night ends. The day opens up with some light clouds covering the sun, but nothing too obscure. You're still able to see very well as you begin moving. You guys are probably like here, and you have an idea that midday you will probably hit the small town of Sycamore. Is anyone keeping an eye out while taking a little walkie walk?
Zasha
Okay.
is
Alright.
23.
Alright.
Anyway. Oh, man.
With a 23, Zasha, you see up ahead there is a man in the middle of the road trying to like wave you down, and you see a small cart off the side of this road, and this man is kind of scruffy looking, has a kind of like bandana hat, and really, like, he looks a little unkept. And as you get closer, he goes, My wheel! It broke! And he's holding up, like, half of a wheel. I can't get the wagon back together. Are any of you handymen?
Is this guy for realsies?
You can roll me an insight check.
19.
You see him, looking to his side a lot.
Hey guys, there's a sketchy dude over there who's asking for help with his wagon. We might get some cool stuff out of it if he's actually bad and we kill him.
Funny enough, I'm far more into this reasoning.
Okie
Look
dokie
at
then.
Look at everybody else. Does everybody want to fuck around?
It's kind of a win-win, right? We either help someone or get to kick his ass.
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Alright. Hello, sir. How are you today? You are just in luck. We are gonna help you so much. And Zasha just starts, like, walking forward, making herself seem as unthreatening as possible. As she kind of looks back to the rest of the group, being like, alright, prep in the event of something.
I'll lean over to Lythra and say somehow she made that super threatening.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of unsettled by that, for being real.
Alright. How close do you get to this man as he's, like, waving you over to look at the wheel? Are you, like, hiding behind the horse, Nyssara?
I want to slip off the horse off to the side and get closer.
Alright.
Hopefully unnoticed, because she's calling for so much attention.
So, although there is not too much foliage as you get closer to the merchant, you do notice that where the merchant is between a couple of cliff faces. So you can probably find a little notch of the cliff to settle yourself into as you keep an eye out. Are the rest of you guys right behind Zasha, trailing a little bit behind?
Follow behind Zasha.
Yeah, I'm getting down off the cart and I'm just gonna be lazily leaning on my greatsword with it planted in the ground, just watching this guy.
Alright.
I'm gonna slow down at like 10 feet away from him.
I'm actually gonna flip my decision and say I'm gonna stay with the cart.
Smart.
Because I feel like Lucian's probably gonna want to be up close too, and I don't really need to be.
I guess I can kind of act like I'm going to be the one fixing the wheel. And or fixing the wheel.
Alright. As you guys get closer to this man, he is grinning as he goes, "Oh, thank you so much." And then he does a little whistle.
Oh no!
I know.
Who could have seen this coming?
Shut up.
Oh!
Zasha looks at him dead in the eyes and goes, "Oh no, sir. Thank you."
Oh shit, I should have had the echo summon behind the guy.
That would have been sick. Yeah.
Damn it.
Fucking shadows dead behind him. Quite literally.
And we will pick
Anime
up
ass bullshit.
We will pick up next session with this attempted burglary.
Oh my god, there's a lot of motherfuckers down there. Especially the
It's fine, we have
sketchiest
to
fuck
find
one
one.
around the corner. What the fuck?
Yeah, there are some different guys in this group.
The dude that totally doesn't look like a pirate in the middle? That's cool. Definitely not a pirate, man.
Ooh.
He's a very
Yarm.
interesting character I found. And you guys will find out about it